Oasis TV, bringing you a world of programming.
But be that as it may, hey, guess what, Al? You don't get to decide which counties are counted. You know, the Republicans say, well, we won because that's what Gore wanted. He wanted it that way. Well, he doesn't get to decide. He's a servant of the people, all right? We, the people, decide. And we decided a long time ago that all the votes get counted. All the votes are counted. And that's not what happened in Florida. And in this book, I write about what happened to the African-American vote and how Katherine Harris in that state with Jeb Bush, they hire a private firm the year before the election to take African-American names to try and get them off the voting rolls. They first take the felon list to see how they can match up the felons to the voting rolls to reduce the number of African-American voters. And then after they do that, they tell the company, look, if there's any name that sounds like a felon, remove it. So if there's a felon and his name is Henry Johnson, but there's a guy in the voting roll that says his name is Henry Johnston, remove Henry Johnston. Oh, and if there's a felon whose birthday is April 2nd, well, anybody who's got a birthday April 2nd that like lives in the neighborhood, remove them too, because it's probably the same guy. Well, the private firm, they were even kind of freaking out at these orders, right? And they're going, well, no, I don't know. Is this right? I mean, you know, what if they're legitimate voters? Well, they can always appeal. And if they appeal, we'll restore their name to the polls, to the rolls, after the election. So they had George W. send over his felon list from Texas. But lo and behold, it wasn't a felon list that they sent to Florida. It was a misdemeanor list. So they took off thousands of African Americans off the voting rolls who had committed littering acts or driving offenses or whatever, who had now then moved to Florida. That's what happened. This is a disgrace. I was just on Politically Incorrect. And the first question was, you know, Mike, get over it. Get over it. I'm never going to get over it. I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to get over it. Ever. Ever. There is nothing more basic than our right to vote in a democracy. And if you start taking that away, if that doesn't count anymore, then what does count? What does count? And I'm sorry, but I don't get over it. And I'm not going to get over this stuff. Nine guys from my high school died in Vietnam. You know what, folks? I'm still not over it. And I'll never believe anything that anyone in power tells me again until they can prove to me that they're telling the truth. I start with the assumption they're lying, and it is their job to prove to me they're telling the truth.